The Jefferson Awards, sponsored by Genesis and Budget Blinds.
Welcome back to our 2019 Jefferson Awards special as we celebrate this year's 8 nominees and their selfless acts of public service. Next up is George Rodriguez, who is fighting poverty and crime in his own hometown of Clinton, Iowa.
We wanted to make sure that we touched everybody's interest, but that we created an environment where it would be judgment-free, where you could just be yourself, whatever that may be.
That safe space is the Gateway Area Community Center, an old high school transformed in 2018 into a boxing club, a dance studio, and so much more. Dozens of children use the center every day. For many, it's an inside escape from the outside threats of crime, gangs, and drugs.
Once they're hooked on drugs, that's it. It changes their lives forever. But that drug, what people fail to understand is that drug gave them a purpose. It might have been a bad purpose, but it was a purpose. So what we were able to create was a different kind of purpose for them. You know, somewhere where they can actually follow their dreams, somewhere where they can actually get something that intrigues them enough that they're going to follow through with it and create that purpose for them in a positive way rather than a negative way.
Georgia's nonprofit that launched the Gateway Area Community Center is called Against the Ropes. It was created in 2013 and has been nationally recognized for mentoring and funding low-income athletes. You can learn more about the center and all its activities on their Facebook page. And to see Georgia's complete Jefferson Awards story, go to WQAD.com. Our next nominee is also helping children, specifically those with special needs. Katie Leamy is a speech pathologist by day and bike builder by different day.
You think about being a part of your family, being a part of the kids on the block, and that kind of rite of childhood, riding your bike, being outside and being involved with other kids.
That's the goal of Mississippi Bend Trikes. It's part of AMBUCS, a nonprofit that partners with physical, occupational, and speech therapists to provide affordable, adaptive trikes to kids who just want to be kids. Katie started Iowa's first ever chapter 3 years ago. Since then, she and her team have built more than 100 special bikes, and that means a lot of special smiles.
I'm really proud of what we've done. I'm really touched to be a part of these kids' lives, even in a tiny way, and I love that they can go out and be a part of fun with the kids in their neighborhood or their brothers and sisters. I think that's what the best part of this is for me.
Other adaptive trikes can cost anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000, but these trikes are usually around $1,000 or less. The Mississippi Bend Trikes do all of the fundraising, though. That way the bikes are free for kids. You can learn more about Mississippi Bend Trikes on their Facebook page and see the stories and smiles of all their recipients. And to see Katie's complete Jefferson Awards story, go to WQAD.com. Our next Jefferson Awards nominee is celebrating a lifetime of volunteerism, and she has a lot to celebrate. This is Julie McCutcheon. She is our oldest Jefferson Awards nominee ever, but age is just a number, and there's a couple of different numbers that she's focused on.
I'm sure that none of us in the very beginning had any idea that it would grow to this. And, you know, we're already talking about our next 50 years. What will it be?
You heard right. This resale store has been around for 50 years. It's called the Princeton Closet, and Julie was one of its first volunteer workers back in 1969 when it was started by Churches Women United. Every penny goes to people in need, and there has been a lot of pennies. This year, the closet is on track to hit $3 million in charitable giving.
It's kind of like a pebble in a lake. It just ripples on forever, and you don't know how far it goes.
That is exactly what the Jefferson Awards are all about, being that person that is the pebble in a lake and multiplying good throughout your community. The Princeton Closet is very popular and has great deals. You can check them out on Facebook and find out how you can donate to the resale shop as well. There is just one more nominee to recognize this year, and that is Dr. Kit Ford, who we chose as our 2019 Jefferson Awards finalist back in the spring. Here's part of her acceptance speech from that day.
There's so many women who, just by you all recognizing me, will have resources so that we can help more women.
And Dr. Kit took that same message with her to Washington, D.C. last week for the National Jefferson Awards ceremony. The women she is making a difference for and her reaction to winning a national award is coming up when our 2019 Jefferson Awards special continues right after this.